Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate this Thanksgiving Day tradition, we are proud to honor our seniors, our leaders on the field, on the sidelines, and in our community. These football players and cheerleaders have shown dedication, spirit, and resilience throughout their high school careers. Today, we thank them for their hard work, their leadership, and the pride they've brought to our school. Congratulations to our seniors. Your legacy will live on long after the final whistle. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. First senior up, Jack Doyle. With his parents, Kevin and Kristen Doyle, and his aunt Kendra and Uncle Joe. Captain Dylan Engelhart. With his parents, Mike and Joanne Engelhart, and his sister, Sophia. Captain Alex Evangelista. Parents John and Becky, and his brother Nate. Jackson Margolis. With his parents, Jack and Rebecca Margolis, and his brother, Ozzy. John Miles. With his parents, John and Cindy, and his sisters, Maeve and Tilly. Cordell Schauder. With parents, Kevin and Tiana. Ryan Shee. With his parents, Angel and Sam, and his brother Felix. Michael Zachary. With his parents Angela and Leon Zachary, his sister Ella, and his grandparents Mike and Ann Porter, and his grandmother Geraldine Zachary. Last but not least, football manager Kelsey Kaufman. With her parents, Terry and Matt Kaufman, and her brother Charlie Kaufman. Next, we have our Wayland cheerleaders. First, Mariana Rublev, with her father Greg, her sisters Maya and Taya, and her brother Andre, and her grandma Marita Rublev. Let's hear it for the Rublev family. Next up, Torin Carlson. With her parents Sean and Terry Carlson and her sister Quinn. Next up, Zariah Lopes. With her parents, Scott and Tani Lopes, and her sister Maya. Next up, Alani DePina. With her parents, Risa Tejera and Ivan DePina, and her brother Devante, and her cousins Giselle and Chanel, and her aunt, Leonore Tejera. Thank you very much. Juliana McDonald, please step on up. With her parents, Andrea and Ron McDonald, and her brother Colby McDonald, and her grandmother, Doris Walls. Ari Gomez, please step on up. With your sister, Brittany. Next up, Vanessa Pond. With her parents, Carlos and Federica, and her brother, Carlos. And last but not least, Reese Dolan. With her parents, Drew and Gina Dolan, her grandparents, Tom and Dale Nagel. Thank you very much, family, friends, and Wheel community, for your love and support over the years. Happy Thanksgiving.
Max, this is the biggest game of the season.
For sure, this is really a big game for Wayland to prove something to everyone around here. Actually, this is a big game that will help to show like Wayland's growth throughout the season as well.
Yeah, speaking of that growth, Wayland started out 0-6, now 4-7 on the season. They've won 4 of their last 5. And Max, I really think that's just the younger players getting more games under their belt.
That is for sure. I think that too as well. I think the years coming ahead will definitely be a great powerhouse of a team. This is also going to be a tough game because we do have we're playing against Weston, who in the DCL Small has some all-conference Alex Palmer, Cam Court, who is a QB, who has been having a great season, as well as Wayne Hawks, all-star.
Yeah, along with a lot of other great players. They won the DCL Small. They are a great team, and Wayland didn't want to really get moved up from the DCL Small. They thought they still deserved to compete in it, but because of their outstanding record last season, the other teams decided that Wayland had to move up to the DCL Large, and now Wayland going to get a shot at the DCL Small Champs to prove that they're still one of the better teams in the DCL. And Coach P has been looking forward to this one. He's been talking about it for months. He was looking ahead at this in week 5, week 6, and now here we are with a huge game. And Alex, what do you think the key to victory will be tonight?
Honestly, I think the key to victory will be just what they've been doing there today. Would be what they've been doing the past games. Whatever they've been doing has been working. They've been winning. What was it, the past 3 or 4 straight now?
Yeah, they've won 4 of their last 5.
Correct. Yeah, great. They've been playing some great football, and I think they just got to keep that up today. I know it's a cold, windy day out, so it will be a little bit tough, especially playing powerhouse Weston. But this is a big day that they do have something to prove, as well as this is a very popular game, the Thanksgiving game, which we have a lot of alumni coming back. So far, I looked outside, packed. If so, the biggest game that we've had this year.
Yep, Wayland, this is a very famous game, and Wayland has won the last 2 years. Weston won back in 2022, and they defeated the Warriors. That's the last time they won, but this will be Weston's best crack at it in quite a while, as the last 2 games have not been very competitive. But Weston this year, coming in with a record of 6-3, they made the playoffs and lost in the first round of the Division 6 playoffs to Hanover. But they've had a great season, and this looks like it'll be one of the most competitive games. I think it's really 2 evenly matched teams. And so we're just about a minute away from the start here. So we're gonna talk about what might happen here on this coin toss. Coach P has chosen to receive a lot against some of the better teams they faced, maybe just to show that his team is here to play. And it's gone well, but I wonder if in this game he'll try to kick off and so he can secure that ball for the second half, considering this is a slightly more competitive game.
Yeah, for sure. I think that I think that Berger will for sure have an outstanding game today, which he has in the past few games. Honestly, I want to know what they do pre-game. Like, it just looks like they're throwing around, but I mean, I want to know what Berger does specifically, since he's always, so far, I think last game he had He rushed 167 yards and had 2 touchdowns as well during that game. So far has been averaging great, been putting up great numbers so far.
Yep, so the clock hits 0, and pretty soon I'm sure they'll send the captains out to midfield for the coin toss. Max, this game is a special one. And as Wayland is about to turn the page on their season, they're going to hope to get one last win today. I think this season would really be seen, it already has been a success with the 4 wins that they got at the end, but if they won 5 of their last 6 games, and you told Coach P after starting 0-6, his team would bounce back and finish 5-7 with a loss to Lincoln Sudbury, who made the Division I state quarterfinals. They're a very good team. He would be very pleased with that result, and I think a lot of people who gave up on this team are surprised right now to see that Wayland has a chance to win today. So I'm not quite sure what the delay is. I don't see anyone on the West sideline. I'm going to go take a look, but it seems like the Weston. I don't see anyone from Weston on the opposite sideline. I see Wayland just standing around. I'm gonna go take a look outside because we are in the studio right now.
Yes, we are not outside today.
Yeah, but I'm gonna see where Weston is and what's going on.
So I actually went outside and I saw a lot of Weston fans all around. I just think they're right now walking around. I don't think.
It looks like they're in the locker room, and now they're just taking the field. And now the captains are lining up at the 50, about to take the coin toss. So just a slight delay there. I don't know what happened, but they were in the locker room. Took a little bit extra time. That is fine. We are ready to go as the captains head out onto the field for the final time. Dylan Engelhart and Alex Evangelista will go in and do the coin toss. They were unfortunately both injured in games earlier this season, but they are here for the coin toss, and the junior captains, Jay Walton and Aiden Curry, who have had outstanding seasons for the Warriors, will also be there. And for Weston, they have 5 captains, including senior captain, wide receiver Alex Palmer, senior quarterback captain Cam Court, senior wide receiver and linebacker Ryan Hinckley, senior offensive lineman Lorenzo Tanzi, and senior offensive lineman Owain Hawk. So it looks like I couldn't really tell there what happened in the coin toss, but we'll find out in just a moment. But the 2 teams are hyped up and ready to go on this Thanksgiving Day game. And so now we'll settle down and wait for the national anthem.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2025 Wayland Weston Thanksgiving Extravaganza. Will you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem? The Star Spangled Banner will be performed by the Wayland High School Pep Band under the direction of Maestro Joseph Onishuk.
the national anthem is over and we are ready to play here on Thanksgiving. And in just a moment, we'll find out what happened on the coin toss. We are unable to tell right now.
We have a few freshmen called up for this game as well, Nathan.
Yeah, those freshmen are mostly the freshman captains, but also freshmen who just wanted to play.
And have for sure taken a crucial role in that freshman team. And
Yeah.
how has the freshman team been doing this year?
I believe the freshman team had a winning season, and they competed very hard in all their games. And this is a new thing that Coach P does. In the final few weeks of the season, he likes to let those freshmen suit up and play along. So it looks like Wayland won the toss and elected to defer or receive. So Coach P continuing what he's done all season, and he's going to try to set the tone with an opening touchdown here. So it will be Cam Court to kick it off here for Weston to open up this game. Graje Walton back to return. The junior captain has had a great season already. And so Court's ready to kick it away. Glad you're with us on Thanksgiving Day. And it's taken at the 10-yard line. And he's got some space. A great return all the way to the 40 is Ben Martinez.
With the big return.
And Max, that's a great way to set the tone, isn't it? You know that these first plays matter, don't you?
For sure, yes. These first plays really do capitalize on the game in the end because they kind of show what team's firing off, getting ready, is hyped up, wants to win this game. But what really matters is if they can continue with this.
And so the offense, as you can see, is led out by Mikey Johansson, and this offense has thrown the ball well and run the ball well. They've been a very balanced offense, a lot more than past years when they would just run with Max Dresens and Michael Caulfield. And you'll see Walton in the backfield off to Johansson's right. And at the bottom of your screen is junior captain Aiden Curry, number 88 at receiver. Johansson will hand it. Walton pushes forward and we're getting about 4 yards.
Walton with the carry up the middle for a 4-yard gain.
And so that'll be a nice run to start the game. Max, I wonder if they'll try to play it a bit safer here early on, just settle the team into this game.
Honestly, I feel like, I don't know, I can see them running the ball throughout the game, definitely a lot, which they've kind of been doing, but they've been doing a little bit of mixing with throwing and running, especially compared to past seasons.
Yep, so it'll be a 2nd and 6 here. As Johansson has plenty of time and will fire a low pass that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Curry.
Mikey Johansson pass is incomplete, intended for Aiden Curry.
And as you can see, that throw, he had plenty of time and plenty of space, but the throw is still very low, and you wonder if that's part of the weather.
That is true. These first plays are very crucial for the outcome of the game. Like, every single yard counts.
It's a very windy day, isn't it, Max?
Oh yes, for sure. I just stepped outside. Me and Nathan would honestly be outside if it wasn't this windy. But since it's so windy, you can even hear it on the mic as well.
Yeah, so throw is going to be very hard to come by today as they put Curry in motion and take the snap on 3rd down. He fires a pass that is caught by Curry.
Great eye right there by Mikey Johansson, able to quickly fire that ball, get it right to Curry.
And this will give Coach
4th and 2.
This is going to give Coach Parsegian a tough decision, and it looks like he's going to make the choice to punt here early. They're at only their own 46 or 47-yard line, 4th and 2 here.
I think that is a smart decision by Coach P, especially that we're so early in the game that if a turnover does happen, they're right by the end zone and easily can score.
So Johansson, who's not just the quarterback but also the punter, will stay out there, and a low snap picked up, and he fires a boomer of a punt. It bounces at the inside the 25 and falls out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that is where Cam Court and Weston will take over. And so Max, this Wayland defense had a lot of problems early, but they've picked up their act a lot better in the past few games.
That is true, Nathan. I'm excited to see what Wayland has to put in the game this time around, because like you just said, their defense definitely has picked it up, especially the past few games that I've watched. The defense has honestly been great.
Yeah,
And I'm excited to see how they're going to be against Weston right here, a powerhouse of a team.
Yep, so you see Cam Court, the quarterback, back there, and they send 3 receivers out to the left. Wayland playing with a 3-man front, which is not as normal. They're playing a bit further back as Court fires immediately. It's caught by diving Alex Palmer for a gain of about 4.
Pass is complete to Alex Palmer. Second down, Wildcats.
And so based on the way the Wayland defense look, it seems like that they're expecting a lot more passes here today.
For sure, especially too, I would say Alex Palmer, since he won all conference this year. And even their QB as well, great QB, Cam Court.
Yep, that's right, as they now have a 2nd and 4. They're going to call it a gain of 6 and put 2 receivers out to the right. And Court will take the snap on a silent count. They'll hand it. And Matthew Longacre will pick up the first down with a gain of 5.
That was a great run, pushing past Wayland's defense right there.
Longacre, not one of the players on Weston have an award, but a great run there. He got downhill and got through. And it is going to be hard to stop the run for Wayland in this 3-man front, so we'll see how their game plan works out. I'm sure they expect more passes.
For sure, we got to see how Wayland's going to adapt to that. And
Or maybe it's just an early look and they will send a 4th lineman out there, because most of the season they've played with 4 linemen up there, and right now they only have 3. So it makes it a lot easier for them to run the ball. And it looks like, yeah, now they're sending a 4th guy, or they're just putting a linebacker right on the outside here. As it's a 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Court will hand it to Longacre again. Longacre finds a little gap and will push forward and get close to the first down. Looks like he picked up about 9. And there is a penalty flag on the play, and this one might be coming back.
I wonder what this penalty's for. Who do you think? I think it may be holding, but on who is my question.
Looks like, well, holding typically on the offense, and as you can see, everyone walking back, and that might have been why he had that gap, is they're going to lose 10 yards here. And so that's kind of
That's a holding penalty.
what
on
Wayland
Weston.
needed, as they were getting pushed back quite a lot on those early plays, but now a 2nd and 13 here as Weston penalized for their mistake.
That is true. This is a great opportunity for Wayland to take advantage of that call and give pressure, and hopes to get this ball back.
So now Walton playing a bit more outside. And Court will take the snap. He has time now, Duffy in his face, and he'll complete the pass to Ryan Hinckley.
Looks like he slid or either tripped right there.
Ryan Hinckley, a great player for Weston. And Max, why don't you tell me a little bit more about him?
Yes, Ryan Hinckley has a great season so far. He's actually MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP of the DCL Small. So far having a great season, and we'll see what he can do today.
Yeah, so Weston takes advantage, and there goes that 2nd and 14 they had. Now a 1st and 10 in Wayland territory at the 48, where they punted from. And so Court, with a man in motion, will take the snap and hand it. And Longacre, that time, not much going.
Longacre is tackled.
And so for the first time, Wayland really able to bottle that one. So Wayland kind of shuts that one down. Great job by the defense there on 1st down to get a stop.
For sure, great. Hayden
Hayden
Duffy right there, number 11. Great tackle. He's also been having a great season so far. A lot of tackles for sure. Big guy as well.
Yeah, Duffy, he's only gotten better over the years. Since his freshman year, he's been working on that DN play. He's been really improving every year. So now a 2nd and long. Looks like they only gave him not even a full yard. So it'll be a 2nd and 10, still at the 48. And they're going to put Rosa in motion and take the snap. Court, with pressure, will escape the pocket himself, but he's dragged down after a gain of about 1. A great job by Wayland to get the stop, as in there on that play was Reed Varney, the sophomore.
Great tackle by Reed Varney right there. It looked big. He looks like a big guy throwing that guy down right there.
And Varney has stepped up in the past month after Alex Evangelista was injured. He didn't play much in the early half of the season, but the sophomore has had to play a lot more lately. And he makes a nice play there to put Weston in their first third down of the game. And so Wayland with a chance to get off the field.
That is so true, Nathan. A lot of these sophomores taking a big role this year, stepping up, taking this big varsity spot role, and been doing great this season.
So a huge third down here, and we'll see if this Wayland defense can get off the field. Court will fake the handoff and roll out. Incomplete, and a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be on the offense anyways. We'll see if Coach P wants to put them back 10 yards or take the fourth down. Might be a hard decision here because they could go for it if you decline the penalty on 4th and 8.
For sure, we'll have to find out.
Number 2, Alex Palmer.
And it looks like it was a hold, and this is surprising. It was upfield, so it's only going to set them back about.
Illegal formation penalty on the Wildcats.
So it's an illegal formation, which is about a 5-yard penalty, I believe. It looks like they're only going back 3 yards. I don't know why they would accept this, because it gives them another chance at third down, and it only sets them back about 5 yards.
It is a 3rd and 13, so we got to keep that in mind as well.
So it becomes a 3rd and 13. They're going to get another chance here. I don't see why they wouldn't decline it and just go to 4th and 8. Considering if they get 5 yards here, we'd consider that good. But they're going to get another chance here as Court, now in his own territory, with Hinckley in motion, will take a snap and fire. Incomplete. That one goes through the hands of Alex Palmer, and it'll be 4th down. And so the penalty does work out in Wayland's favor, and now they will surely have to punt here on 4th and 13.
Almost got that pick there as well on the incomplete pass.
Yeah. Not a weird play there, and it looks like they might go for it on 4th and 13 here. Is Hinckley will... Oh, no, that's not Hinckley. That is Alex Palmer. He does punt it, so they just have a strange punt formation. But it's a great punt. It bounces, but it goes into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. Wayland will take over at the 20-yard line. So great job by Wayland, Max.
Score still 0-0. Great game so far.
Bring it out to the 20-yard line. First down, Warriors.
Wayland will hope to get a couple of first downs this time as they start in a much worse spot than last time with no chance to return the ball there. And Max, I wonder what they're going to do to try to fight this wind with Mikey. I wonder if they'll try to use some shorter passes or if they'll just try to get some guys in motion and move around. We'll see during this next drive what offensive coordinator Sam Breslin and the offense want to do.
That is true. We're definitely have to change up a little bit of tactics so far, especially coming off of what happened last time.
I mean, it was very disappointing because they were just 2 yards short and they had to punt, and now look where they have to start. But here we go, 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll fake the snap as they always do. They do this a lot so they can see how the Weston offense is going to move. It's not as much about trying to get them to jump. They'll hand it up the middle, and Walton with a great first down run this time. He'll pick up 7.
For sure, grabbing a few good amount of yards right there. Brigé Walton with another great run throughout the game.
And so that'll make it a 2nd and 3. And so now Wayland, with kind of the whole playbook open, they can take a deep shot here on 2nd, or they could just run it and try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they do. As 3 receivers stacked off to the right. Curry, the junior captain, at the top of your screen. One guy to watch at the bottom of your screen is sophomore Alex Perlman. He's had an outstanding year. But they just hand it up the middle to Walton again, and Walton will pick up the first down. So Coach B opts to play it safe, and he does get a nice gain of 5 on a first down.
For sure. Brigé Walton, another great run.
And Wayland might be trying to slow this game down a bit after they only had the ball for a couple of minutes, and then Weston held on to it for 5 minutes as this first quarter almost over, only 3.5 minutes left. Wayland quickly to the line here on 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the left. I think they'll just fake it in the blue. Joe Henson, with good protection, will fire deep, and it's a high pass that's almost intercepted. Is it? It is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Palmer. And Weston will pick up right where they left off, inside the 40. On their own 40-ish. A mistake from Johansson, and the wind seems to be getting to him as that's the second errant pass he's thrown.
There's a key play from Alex Palmer right there. You can really see how he mapped out that and was able to pick up the ball, and that's going to be a crucial play for Weston as well. They're going to want to attack on that and put some points on the board.
I wonder if Johansson will try to do anything on the sideline to try to get used to passing in that wind, because it's got to be something he hasn't dealt with that much before. Seems like a very unique situation as it's a 1st and 10 for Weston at the 45. And Court will run outside and then flip it. And it looks like that was an option there, and Matthew Longacre will pick up 1 or 2 yards.
Jack Nodden with the tackle.
Before Jack Nodden makes the play. The junior has had a very nice season. It'll be a 2nd and 7.
Matthew Longacre.
Honestly, I think Mikey or Whalen has to kind of change a little bit of game plan. I don't know if throwing the ball that deep like they did right before was the ideal play.
Yeah, I understand, yeah. And earlier, it felt like when they were facing harsh conditions against LS early in that game, Johansson was able to throw the ball well, but this daytime weather seems to be different than that nighttime weather. As it'll be a 2nd and 7. Court will fire a hard pass that hits the hands of Damani Williams, and he drops the ball.
Cam Court's pass is incomplete.
And
Great pass though, by the way.
Yeah, Court's pass was on the money, and it would have been a modest gain. I don't think he would have picked up the 1st down, but just dropped, and not a mistake you want to make.
Yeah,
And
every yard counts here as well.
Yeah, so we'll see if Whalen can capitalize on 3rd and 7.
2 minutes and 10 left in the first.
And so the Wayland defense has bent a little on the last drive. But this drive, they try to force a 3rd and out, a 3 and out on 3rd down and 7 here at the 48. As Court will hand it, he hands it to Palmer or Hinckley. Hinckley pushes forward and gets the 1st down. And so the offensive player of the year and DCL MVP gets a pickup of 9 and the 1st down.
Not even surprised. What a great run right there by Hinckley. I mean, that's kind of expected out of this guy at this point.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by the play he just made, but I am surprised that they handed it off on 3rd down, and I think so was Wayland, and that just caught them off guard.
For sure. I think Weston was honestly waiting for that moment. They knew Hinckley could do that.
So yeah, surprise run on 3rd down when you would normally pass puts Weston into Wayland field position at the 44. And so Wayland will try to get a stop. Court will fire deep downfield, and the pass is too far. Incomplete. He was looking for Alex Palmer, who wants a flag but won't get one. And the band continuing to play as the offense snaps the ball. This is an advantage for Wayland. If the refs don't say anything, they don't have to stop, and they can just keep playing, and it's difficult for the Weston offense to hear each other. They may false start. I know the band has earned Wayland some false starts earlier in the year.
Weston fan section has really picked up too as well. Yeah. Almost full.
Yeah, as tons of alumni, former players who have all played in this game go to support their boys in what is the most competitive Thanksgiving matchup in the last few years. As we have a 2nd and 10 on the 44 after the deep incomplete pass. 1 minute and 20 to go in the first, as they'll just hand it off. And that was, I believe, Joseph Bengali, the sophomore.
Joseph Bengali.
And he'll pick up about 7. And so that a great run as it puts Weston in a spot where they can definitely go for it if they don't get this 3rd down.
I think they will.
So do you think they might, what do you think they'll do here, Max? Do you think they might go deep?
I think, honestly, another run. All their runs have been working so far. I don't think they really have got stumped maybe once today, but that's really it. They've been getting, even though it's little yards, sometimes big, but their running plays have been working very well for them.
Yeah, they have, so we'll see what they do here. As they have 3 receivers off to the right, and Court will try to make Wayland jump and almost succeeds, but does not. Court takes it. They will throw. He'll fire an incomplete pass as it goes by Alex Palmer, who easily has the most targets here today.
For Damani Williams. That brings up a fourth
That was just
down.
kind of a tough pass to grab as well. Not a bad throw, I wouldn't say, but
Yeah, and that'll bring up a 4th and 3, although now that I'm looking at it, it looks more like a 4th and 5 here.
24 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, maybe more like a 4th and about 4, and we'll see if Wayland can get the stop and get off the field, as they'll probably go for this in this spot on the field. And maybe, yeah, it looks like they are going to go for it. Court out there.
And offsides right there.
And did someone, no, it's a false start on the offense. Someone moved early, which caused the defense to move. Thankfully.
That's a false start. 5-yard penalty. On the Wildcats.
And so for a second, it looked like someone on Wayland might have jumped, but thankfully a false start. And now we'll see if Weston reconsiders their decision. As what was about a 4th and 4 is now a 4th and 9.
That
Looks
really
like they're
messes
still
up.
it looks like they're still going to go for it here on the 43 of Wayland. Still pretty good field position. They're going to put Bengali in motion. They try to make Wayland jump again. Court on 4th down, moving around. This could just be a hard count. And someone on Weston moved again. It's going to be a false start that sets Weston back 5 more yards. And Max, that time I don't think they were ever going for it. I think they were just trying to get Wayland to jump, and they're now going to bring out the punt team.
Honestly, I don't even know what Weston was really thinking at that moment, or even is thinking right now.
So now they're at the 48-yard line, and yeah, they're going to punt. Palmer gets it up in the air. It bounces
Out
near
again.
the 10-yard line. This one going to stop at the 5, near the 1, and
Alex Palmer's
it's downed at the 1.
Wow.
A perfect punt by Alex Palmer pins the Wayland offense, and they'll be starting in their own end zone.
I surely thought that was going to go out, but what a great punt right there.
Yeah, and a great job by that hands team of Weston to pick up that ball and stop it right before it goes into the end zone for a touchback. And that's what Wayland, not what Wayland wanted, as Weston perfectly flips the field.
Not at all. I think I want to see what Weston's going to do right here.
Yeah,
With
Wayland.
12 seconds left on the clock as well.
Yeah, one more play to run in this first quarter, most likely, as Johansson out of shotgun with 3 receivers to his right.
Wayland has to get this ball out of here.
Yep, as they're just at the 1, they have to run the ball and pick up at least just a couple yards, get some space, or they may get safetied here, as it's a 1st and 10, and they're going to switch the side that Walton is on. They're going to fake the handoff. Johansson runs it himself, dives forward to just get out of the end zone. He was almost brought down for a safety, a near disaster averted, and that will end the first quarter.
Owen Hawks almost with that tackle on Mikey Johansson. He's a senior, by the way, Mikey Johansson Jr. But what a great job by Mikey just diving out so he can gain maybe a yard or 2, but just not getting sacked.
So we're scoreless after 1, and as we take the long walk down to the other side of the field, you wonder what they're going to do to get out of that end zone.
Coach P really putting some fight in his players right here, telling them that we need to step up.
Yeah, I believe someone must have missed a block, and he's probably very angry. He's probably saying something along the lines of, "Are you guys serious right now? This is one of the biggest plays of the game. We need you guys to hold your blocking assignments, because if they don't, it's going to be 2 points for Weston and the ball."
It could be a major turning point in the game right here, too, if Weston does stop Wayland right here.
Yeah, Wayland really has to dig themselves out of this hole. And what a play from Johansson to avoid getting safety there. He looked like one of the Weston defenders, I believe it was Owen Hawks, had his leg wrapped up, and then Johansson just freed himself, dove forward to the 1 or 2, and just survived. So they're at the 1 now. They were inside the 1 earlier. So they get about half a yard. It's still a 2nd and 10. And one of the hard things is that Wayland never really works under center. So Johansson is always starting out a shotgun, which is halfway in the end zone. He's not like right under the center like a lot of quarterbacks do. So this is a difficult spot to be in. As Johansson will fake the snap. And you can't hold in the end zone. Any penalty in there would be a safety. It's a lot of problems with that. And they hand it to Brajay Walton. He breaks away and crosses the 20. He's unable to keep his footing, but he picks up over 30 yards, frustrated with himself. But that's a huge gain that Wayland needed. A gain of 33 yards as Walton breaks this open a little bit.
You can feel the energy right from the stands in that play. These fans are really into it. Brajay Walton almost breaking through. Could have been a potential touchdown right there, but did not keep his balance, but that's totally fine. What a great run right there by Brajay.
Yeah, Walton with a huge run, so now Wayland able to go back to running their normal offense, not having to worry about getting safetied. And they have a fresh set of downs at the 29. A huge play by Walton. And they're going to hand it right back to him. Why not ride the hot hand? But he gets driven backwards. Not that time. As multiple defenders, Noah Jacoby and Massimo Butchbinder, are in there for the tackle. They are going to give Walton a yard or two, but it'll be a second and long. So now Wayland at the 31. They quickly get to the line. And they fake the snap. As the receivers split out, two to each side. And we'll see if they give Johansson another chance to air it out. Nope, but they will let Johansson keep it, and Johansson pushes himself forward and picks up about two.
Trying to get a little fake there like they did at that past game against, who was it again? That touchdown by Mikey when they faked everyone out.
Oh yeah, I think that was against, I'm not sure, it might have been against Belmont.
That was Belmont, yes, it was Belmont.
Where they kind of hid the ball. That was crazy. They faked us out, they faked the cameraman out, and they faked half the defense out. But unable to do that there. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 6, as they'll probably have to throw, and they will. Johansson, with pressure in his face, fires a screen to Walton that is batted down by Lorenzo Tanzi, the senior. And Wayland will have to punt.
Yeah, not much to do right there. Great defensive play right there by Weston, who has been having an immaculate defense so far this whole game.
Yeah, Wayland not really been able to get their passing offense going. They did have a nice run there, though, to avoid what would have been a disaster. So Johansson will try to pin this Weston offense back, but not the best drive, as Wayland only able to hold it for about 2.5 minutes. I still think Coach B would take this drive if we gave it to him 30 yards and then you punt, because it could have been a lot worse. As this one gets in the air on the 40, it'll take a nice bounce, but it's fielded by Weston's Damani Williams, and he's tackled at the 39-yard line after a return of about 4. A nice play by Alex Perlman.
Another low snap there as well to Mikey Johansson.
Yeah, Johansson been handling those like a pro, staying calm, picking it up, and booting it. And that, as that punt goes for about 40 yards, and Weston will take over at the 38-yard line. With 9:42 to go, this game is still scoreless.
Great game right now.
And I wonder if Wayland will have any kind of adjustments defensively. I don't really think they need to do too much. They've gotten stops most of the way. They have bent, but they haven't given up any big plays yet. Besides that one play to Ryan Hinckley that really hurt. So now Court is under center for the first time. We haven't seen this yet. And so he'll take the snap and toss it. And the running back, I believe that's Longacre, and he'll pick up about 3.
Matthew Longacre with the carry.
So you wonder if they're going to run the ball more here and maybe do a couple of play actions, as that's what teams that go under center like to do.
That is true, yes. We got Yoel in now, number 13, with a great little shoulder into that player right there to push him out of bounds. Yoel did have a great touchdown against Belmont as well. The block on the punt, and was able to receive that and take a touchdown from right there.
As everyone tight in, and they just hand it to the fullback, and it might be fumbled, but he recovers it himself. And he's brought down. A great play by the Wayland defense.
Great game tackle right there by Wayland.
Yeah, Walton leading the way, but about 5 or 6 guys in there to make the play.
Brajay Walton, Aiden Duffy.
As they tried to replicate what Ashland did to them, where they got in tight and handed it off to the fullback many different times. They were unable to do so as Wayland just pushed them back. They not having as much size as Ashland has.
Players that were emphasized in that tackle right there, Brajay Walton, Alex Galper, and Hayden Duffy.
So this will be a third and about 4.
Third down, let's get loud.
3rd and 4. And a timeout is called by Weston as they didn't like what they saw. As it looked like they were playing Walton up like a D-end there.
This is a great time to support the Nordic ski team. Get some wonderful baked goods, some delicious.
And so Wayland
treats.
trying to get off the field
Right
again
in
as
front of
Weston
the
calls their
Warriors
first
zone.
timeout.
You'll see the table, you'll smell the food.
I wonder what Weston's going over. What do you think, Nathan?
I think Weston just trying to set up a play, make sure everyone knows it. I have a feeling that out of the timeout they'll try to hard count. That's what a lot of teams do. And if they get them to jump, it would make it a very easy 3rd and 1. But then they have a play ready. They just probably didn't like what they saw on the field. I don't think it was as much about wanting to talk to them. But now they're going to try to draw up something different, and they're probably going to plan on hard counting when they're in the huddle. So we'll see if Wayland can stay disciplined, not jump off sides, and then get the stop here. They have to know where the sticks are. They have to know where their assignments are. And so it looks like they're still playing with 3 down linemen, but Walton kind of simulating pressure on the edge as it's 3rd and 6, and they'll hand it off to Longacre with no hard count, and Longacre pushes through and fumbles. Wayland on top of it. I believe it's Wayland football. It is.
Wow, what a great job right there by Wayland to receive that ball, getting a little fumble action right there, able to pick up tremendously right there on that ball, and this is going to be great for Wayland.
I believe that was Gio Salesman who fell on top of it. No one really forced the fumble. It was just dropped by Matthew Longacre after he had the first down and more. And
Gio,
so
a sophomore.
On the Eagles, as it looks like Gio Salesman with the recovery.
who was that?
You said Gio, his sophomore, right?
Yeah, I think that is what the PA said. I thought I got it wrong for a second. I believe it was Salesman. And so Wayland takes over at the 40 with great field position, similar to where they started on the opening drive, and this is one of their better chances in the game.
You can see Aiden Curry lined right up next to Josh Major.
Yep, as they'll hand it on a quick hitter to Walton. Walton, with the pile pushing forward, he'll get about 3 before the plays.
Brajay Walton pushing that pile.
Nathan, tell me, do you think that was a smart play right there by Wayland, knowing that they've been running the ball throughout the game, kind of been getting stumped these past few times?
Well, yeah, I think the run has done a lot better than the pass, and you don't want an incomplete pass on first because then you have a 2nd and 10, and you're kind of forced to run on 2nd down. So now they can kind of choose. Do they want to run and make it a 3rd and 4? Do they want to pass and go deep and try to catch the defense off guard? They can do a lot of different things here because they ran the ball for about 3 yards. So 2 receivers out to each side here on 2nd and 7. Max, a lot of pressure looks like it's coming in. And they hand it right to Walton, and the pressure brings Walton down.
Yeah, right again. I don't know if this is the smart play, running right through the middle with all this defense right here from Weston. They already know what's going to happen. We've been running the ball for, I think maybe 4 plays straight so far. Weston just keep capitalizing with their defense, just taking Wayland down. I think we need a little short pass right here.
So no gain there, 3rd down and even a longer 7. They might have lost a little bit of length. And so now Wayland probably having to pass here. As Walton stays in the backfield, 2 receivers out to each side, and a lot of guys look like they're coming in. And they fake the snap. With 6.5 minutes to go in this first half as someone tries to break the ice on this scoreless game. As Johansson will put Walton in motion and take it up the middle himself. Johansson pushes forward, and he might have only gotten 1.
Mikey Johansson.
But Wayne Hawks kind of does shove Johansson forward a little bit, getting an extra maybe yard or 2, but still stumps right there. I think we're going to have to punt it.
Yeah, we definitely have to punt. This offense hasn't shown that it's worth going for a 4th and 6 here and giving Weston great field position. And so the defense, after a short 2-minute break, will have to go right back out on the field after recovering that fumble. And this is interesting. I thought Johansson's punts have been pretty good, but they're going to put the freshman Kobe Schamberg out there to punt it.
Hopefully we can get a better snap this time.
And And another low snap. This one still recovered, and an even better punt from Schamberg as that one up in the air will bounce over the returner's head at the 20, roll inside the 10. Whalen gonna kick it inside the 5, and yeah, the ref saw that. It was a good attempt by Wayland. I believe that was. I don't know who.
Number 15.
I believe that was Giovanni Salesman trying to kick that inside the 5, unable to get away with it, and he tricked one ref, but the other ref was like, "No, I'm not buying any of that."
Unfortunately, yeah. Yoel breaking right through the defenses there, as well as you saw in the past play, number 13. Also, another bad snap. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, this is the third straight time that the snap has been low. Johansson handled it well both times. Schamberg handled it well there, but this is a
great job handling it. That was on. That was kind of rolling right in the ground, so that was definitely a hard one to pick up. And if he did not pick that up, that could have been
a disaster. Yeah, that was probably the hardest one to deal with.
Do we know who is snapping?
I believe it's Sterling Sala, and I'm sure he hasn't had to snap in wind like this before, because this is not normal to snap. Yeah, it's very weird conditions as they hand it off, and it looks like that is Ryan Hinckley, or that might be Longacre. I can't tell.
Aiden Curry, actually.
No, I'm talking about on the run.
Oh.
I believe, yeah, that's Ryan Hinckley on the run. He'll pick up about 6.
Aiden Curry with that tackle.
Or no, it's Longacre. Yeah, it's Longacre. I'll pick up about 6 as we reach the 5-minute mark. And Weston at the 14. Still a great punt from Schamberg, over 50 yards after the roll.
Very windy day. You can even hear the camera, wind going right through the camera as well on here.
So under 5 to go here on a 2nd and 4. As I bet you Weston tries to do something big, because that would make the difference in this game. And they hand it to Longacre for now, and he is dragged down. Might have got a yard, but Wayland forces a 3rd down.
Looks like Peter, number 75 right there, sophomore.
Yeah, Peter Papatonadis, the two-way starter, has really stepped up for this team. He's their left tackle, which means he protects Mikey Johansson's blind side. If someone gets by him, Johansson is going to go down. He's not going to know there's pressure behind him. So he's played a really important role, and he's also stepped up on defense here lately as well, fighting to get inside on the defensive end. So now 3rd and short, they'll hand it off, and Longacre pushing forward, and he'll pick up the 1st down of the 20. And so Weston able to move the chains here with as the clock goes under 4 minutes to go. And
that is crucial right there, right for Weston. They gotta emphasize right here and hopefully score.
Gary, 1st down, Weston.
Yeah, I think part of the goal is just getting out of this half without letting Wayland score, because if they can do that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half as well, because Wayland chose to receive.
0-0 still. Scoreless.
Yeah, scoreless game with 3:20 to go in this 1st half. As Court will take it and just hand it off, and this time it'll be somebody else. He'll break away. I believe that is Joseph Bengali on the carry. And he'll pick up about 13 yards and a 1st down.
Great run right there by Joseph. 2 1st downs right back to back by running plays as well. Weston's offense is doing great today. Their run game as well. Wayland not really doing much, right? Their defense is not doing as good of a job to stop Weston.
Yeah, but they've stayed in this game because of mistakes and special teams. And also Weston has had a solid day, but I wouldn't call it a great day offensively, because every time they've gotten to around the 40, their drive has stalled out and they've been forced to punt. As now 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line, and Court will fake a flip and then take it himself on the option. Last time he flipped it, this time he takes it himself. With 2.5 minutes to go, they are inside the 35 to the 36.
Sort of looked like Court did not know where to go with the ball, and then he realized last second, oh, I gotta run it now.
Yeah, that a play where he has the choice to either flip it or keep it himself, and he chose to keep it himself. Didn't look like he wanted to keep it himself, but yeah, like you said, realized he had to. So under 2 minutes to go here. Weston's still taking their time. They do have 2 timeouts. Wayland with all 3 of them. You might see them call one if they get a stop here on 2nd down. As Court will hand it, Longacre gets a couple of yards, and it'll be a 3rd and short, and we'll see if either side tries to use their timeout.
And stumped right there by the Wayland defense, doing a great job right there, throwing Weston down after a few not so successful.
And so with this being a short third down, I don't think either side is going to want to call a timeout because Weston going to want to run it down in case they don't get the first, while Wayland doesn't want to help Weston slow down their drive in case they do get the first. So, but if we get a third down stop, I can almost guarantee Wayland will call one of their timeouts. And now a timeout called before the play by the official, it looks like, as something that Giovanni Salesman had on him, some kind of equipment he had to fix, or maybe, I don't know. But the official stops the play for a moment here as the clock stops with 1:13 to go in this half.
Yeah, I wonder what that was.
And now they'll resume as the clock continues to roll and now goes inside of a minute 10.
Josh Major coming in.
Yeah, it looks like he had to come out, and now they're going to stop the clock for another official's timeout. And no, they're going to say timeout Wayland.
The Manny Williams getting a little upset right there, throwing his hands up, number 3.
Yeah, but this time just a timeout called by Coach P, so that'll be there first with a minute 4 in the half. As now they might want to save some time in case they get the stop. Now that a lot of time has come off the clock.
Honestly, great timeout by Wayland, and this is also a good time for Weston to get a little discussion on what they will do.
Yep, I wonder if they'll hard counter, if they'll try to just go on the first snap to try to get the head start. Last time they just went on the first snap, and I believe they pushed forward and got a nice first down. They fumbled it on that play, though, didn't they?
I think that Weston is going to be running the ball right here, especially with this 3rd and 4. They've been picking up a good amount of yards running the ball, and I think they're going to do it right here.
So a minute and 4 seconds to go in this first half. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. As they'll take the snap, and it's a high pass out of bounds, so that not only brings up 4th, but it stops the clock for Wayland with 59 seconds left. And they'll get one more chance with this ball as Weston has to punt. And it's a big opportunity, and I think if Brajay Walton has any chance to return it, he should take it with the way the offense has been.
For sure, with 59 seconds left on the clock, we need to do something here, quick.
And a bunch of the defenders not getting off the field. They're going to try to snap it, and Wayland forced to use a timeout to avoid the too many men penalty. So Wayland and Coach P angry as they have to waste their second timeout there, and now they only have 1 remaining.
Not a big deal, especially that we have a new half coming in.
Well, yeah, but they wanted to save the timeout for their drive, and now they only have 1 to use.
That is true. Got to factor that in
So
as
that
well.
makes that. I wonder if now Wayland will be a little less aggressive with only 1 timeout to stop the clock. They still have the sidelines, of course, that can stop the clock.
That is true. I mean, probably more aggressive, right?
Well, you don't have to force anything. If they try to throw too deep, they might get picked off or something. If they have 2 timeouts, they can go for first downs and then in the middle of the field and then stop the clock. Now they can only do that once. So we'll see what they do. I'm sure they'll still try to move the ball and score, but I don't know if they'll be as pushing about it. As with just 59 seconds left now, Weston on to punt. Alex Palmer, I believe. He has plenty of time to boot it. It'll take a bounce to the sideline around the 29-yard line. And they'll spot it at the 30, and that's where Wayland will take over with 52 seconds. And so with only 1 timeout, you've got to use those sidelines. Clock also stops for a moment when you get a first down until they move the chains. And Max, what receiver are you targeting here?
Honestly, I would say, I feel like Mikey has a great connection with Alex in these past few games. I can see he hasn't got much action today, but I feel like he has been coming in at crucial moments, as well as Aiden Curry, who, as we know, junior captain, great player and great person as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Perlman has had many touchdowns this year. As they'll fake the handoff, and yep, they throw it right to Alex Perlman. Perlman pushes forward to the 38-yard line, but the clock going to keep moving as they don't get the first. And with only 1 timeout, they choose not to call it. But ooh, this is a break for Wayland as there is an injured Weston player. I hope he's okay. That's Lorenzo
51.
Tanzi. And he'll hobble off the field.
Oh, I don't even know if he can get off the field.
And I don't know if he can get off the field. And that will stop the clock for Wayland with 42 seconds left. And oh, he is injured. worse than it looked immediately.
Sort of looks like a ankle something. I mean, it's his leg that's limping. Could be a knee something as well.
Yeah, we're not going to speculate too far, but he looks badly hurt, and he's going to take a sec.
Whalen has to kind of capitalize on this moment.
Yep, he tried to run off the field, because if he can get off the field, the clock will start running again. But instead, the game stops, and now the offense can get all the way ready. They can choose their play, and right when the whistle blows, they can snap the ball. It's almost like a timeout. So the timeout they kind of lost, they kind of got it back here.
Very windy out. As we can see, the camera's shaking like crazy now. This wind is definitely playing a big factor in the game earlier with a few Whalen's passes.
And now the clock will run, and Whalen doesn't pick their play. I can't believe this, that they didn't pick a play beforehand, but now with 30 seconds left, the clock continuing to run, Johansson trying to hurry up and snap it, he does, and they just hand it to Walton, and Walton breaks away and has a hole all the way to the 45 before staying on his feet and going down at the 43. The clock will stop momentarily. Whalen not going to use their timeout. I think they're going to try to spike the ball. The clock will start once the chains move. Now it does start with 20 seconds left. Going inside of 15 seconds, Whalen still hasn't snapped the ball. Now Johansson will take it. He will throw. He's going to fire deep down the left side. He looked for Perlman, but it bounces incomplete with just 7 seconds left in the half. So Whalen has 7 seconds, still hasn't called their timeout.
I know. I don't think they have enough time for a timeout. One last play right here.
They could go up the middle once and then immediately try to stop it with like 1 second, but I don't know.
I don't know if that's, I don't think that's going to be
So now on second down, not really the concern here, more just the end of the half.
8-0, 8-9-7, 3-0-4.
So with 7 seconds left, Johansson, with no one in the backfield, I bet he'll go deep. They fake the snap. And a timeout is called by Weston, a standard timeout that you call near the end of the half when you have one. It'll be their second. Teams do this because they're going to try to set up more of a safe defense, because they don't need to defend the short passes. They only need to really defend the deep ball and the end zone.
Yes, make sure Whalen does not score here is really all that Weston's game plan is going to be. And Whalen's game plan obviously going to be to score.
You'll see a lot of teams take out a lot of their typical, more physical guys and put in more of their, put in more of their physical guys and more of their athletic guys and put them near the end zone so that if something crazy does happen, they can just make a play and defend the end zone. Also,
during this break right now, I'd like to talk about how great of a run by Berger that was right there, breaking through the defense as well. After getting stumped so many times, got a breakthrough right there, which really helped Whalen out.
Yeah, Walton with about 70 yards on the ground, 60 of them coming on 2 big plays.
Picking up a lot of yards today as well.
So with 7 seconds left here, Whalen on the 48 of Weston, trying to do something crazy to end this first half. Still an empty backfield. 5 receivers out there. Johansson, he'll fire a short pass to the edge, and Aiden Curry gets out of bounds with 2 seconds left, so perfectly executed by Whalen there. And they'll have one more play to try to shoot for this end zone from the 37-yard line. Weston still has a timeout if they want to call it. So does Whalen. They each have 1.
Do you think this is puntable?
Puntable?
Or like field goal?
Oh, is that what they're going for? It looks like, yeah, you're right. They're going to try to give freshman Kobe Schoenberg a chance to kick what could be the longest field goal in Wayland High School history. This, from the right hash, would be a 53-yard attempt.
We need a good snap here as well.
And Weston going to call a timeout. And Max, I wonder if Weston will put a returner back there, because if you kick a field goal, this doesn't happen much because normally teams just want to get the ball where they kicked it from. But if you want to, you can catch the field goal out of the air and try to return it.
That is true. I wouldn't be surprised if Weston puts a guy back there, but I don't really know. This is going to definitely be a tough field goal for Wayland right now. But if this does go in, crowd's about to go crazy.
Yep, as they'll try it from the right hash. on a 3rd down and
How's the wind out there, Nathan?
how's the weather? It looks a little like the wind has slowed a little bit. It might even be blowing in the direction they want it to blow in. So with 2 seconds left,
That
they're
is
going
going
to
to
try
be
this
a
one.
big factor for the field goal, the wind.
Yeah, and they are going to send a returner back there.
53-yard field goal attempt. Jacoby Sandberg on the kick.
This a 53-yard attempt from the right hash. And they have to get a good snap and a good hold down if they want to give Schamberg any shot at knocking this down. And this would be crazy if he hits this. A good snap, a good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is blocked. So Schamberg's kick doesn't get high enough, and that'll end the first half scoreless, 0-0 at halftime.
Honestly, a great game going in. Wayland's, to be honest, is really showing that they can compete with this powerhouse of the DCL small Weston.
Yep, as Weston will receive to start this second half, and now let's send it down to Anna Fiore for a halftime interview.
Hi, I'm Anna Fiore here from Wayland Sports Broadcasting, live with Coach P. How do you feel about your team's performance on the field so far?
We knew it was going to be a battle. I wish we had one score. I thought Brage could have broke that one. Unfortunately, got tripped up. Both teams are playing good ball, good defense. It's going to be whose offense scores first here.
Has anyone stepped up on the field for you today?
Right now I think I want more from our offensive line. I think we got to beat them on the ground with Brage running the ball, so I need them to step up in the second half here.
What adjustments are you going to make going into the second half?
That's a good question. That's why I'm headed into halftime.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Coach P.
All right,
Sending
go
it.
K through 1.
Yeah, sending it to K through 1 on the field. Yeah, I would. Cause we're live.
And we are back here, and you can stay right with us if you want and watch this Pee Wee Pop Warner football game as some kids from both Wayland and Weston will play in this K-1 football game. These kids are in kindergarten and first grade, and we're going to give a shout out to all of them. On the black team is Amelia Quinn, Leah Parsegian, one of Coach P, some related to Coach P, Teddy Bancroft, Axel Kuzalewski, Winston Yang, JJ Demo, Owen Huang, Aiden Wright, and Charlie Kunha. And on the orange team is August White, Julian Nash, and wow, look at that run from one of the kids. What a crazy run as he gets all the way out to the left side in this flag football game. He turns around, it looks like he knows he's gone. I believe that's Owen Huang on the black team. Scoring a touchdown. What a run. And no, that's Axel Kozalewski with a beautiful run. To get all the way away, what a run by Axel Kozalewski. And also on the orange team is August White, Julian Nash, Kai Vandergrift, Nicholas Umbro, Oliver Waldron, Reese Finley, and Zachary Hirsch. And so now it looks like the orange team, or I don't know what color is what, but yeah, it looks like this team is Team Orange, even though they're wearing white. You're going to hand it off to Zachary Hirsch, and little Zachary Hirsch will get outside and run for about 8 yards. And a great run by Zachary Hirsch.
Phenomenal athletes on the field. This is our future, Wayland Weston. Here we go, number 5, Amelia Quinn. Number 6, Lee Parsakian. Number 7, Teddy Bancroft. Number 10, Suzuki. Number 15, Winston Yan.
Dude, get out of the seat. You're blocking the game. And we're having some technical difficulties. It looks like they switched fields.
That was the flag.
Other field here. And so now the orange team on the field.
Number 57, Nicholas Umbro. Number 55, Oliver Waldron. Number 4, Reese Finley. And number 29, Zachary Hurst. Let's hear it for the black and orange to play on the Weston football squad.
Off again to Nicholas Umbro. And Max, I know you played some youth football.
Yeah, that was a short-lived career.
Oh wow, what a run by Nicholas Umbro. He goes all the way to the end zone and he celebrates on one of the other kids. And so a lot more offense in this game than in our game.
Yes, yes. Did you play flag football, Nathan, when you were younger?
No, I never played flag football. I did play some actual football up until last year, but no flag football.
We actually have someone here who did play flag football. Special guest, Matthew Keenan.
Hi there.
How is flag football when you played?
It was a great experience. Me and my team were actually pretty good at one time.
Wait, actually looking back, I did play flag football. I played for some league actually at Weston's field. When I played, I won the championship.
Oh wow, you won a championship. Really cool.
Thank you. Some shout outs on my team. I had Mikey Johansson. I had Cooper. I'll have to pull up the image, but I think I have a team picture with the trophy. We had James Morris back then on the team too. This is a while ago.
And maybe we could have Matthew run that out to one of the cameramen so they can show the picture to everyone.
It's so blurry.
And we can see. And it looks like you guys used to play together. A lot of the old kids who play now on that team, are on that team.
I don't know.
All right, so the black team back on the field.
Early game this morning, Nathan. How'd you get up?
I got up nice and late, around 8:30. Got up, had some nice eggs and bacon and toast, and then I headed down to the field as it looks like one of the kids on the black team is going to run, and wow, he is fast. But his flag is pulled around the 48-yard line.
They do this every year, correct, Nathan?
I'm not quite sure, but I know they're doing it this year, and it's a great game.
Looks like the kids are setting up right here, getting ready for a good run. We have a special guest joining us, Matthew Keenan. He will be on mic.
Hello, guys. Max, you asked Nathan how waking up this morning was. How was it for you?
It was good. I actually woke up, I guess, not too bright and early, but kind of bright and early. I woke up around 8 o'clock, had my alarm set. I had 2 cups of coffee before coming here since I was tired for sure. But feeling pretty good right now. Dialed in, excited to see what's going to happen in this next half for Wayland Weston. You were out there watching the game, right?
Yes, sir.
How was it outside? Windy? What was the weather like?
So windy. I mean, the game's great to watch from the sideline, but can't really feel my hands right now. It's fine, though.
How's the Wayland student section looking? I know a lot of alumni came back. Your brother's here?
My brother is here, but they're not part of the student section. The student section has been lacking this year, some would say.
Yeah, for sure. Is stands packed right now?
The stands are, in fact, packed, but student section might not be a lot, but they bring a lot of energy.
And we have another touchdown scored by the black team. Can't see who that is, but great job right there. Nice touchdown. Pink socks.
That's not. I can't. It's by number, my boy.
Yeah, no, I can't really see.
Yeah, sorry about the. Can't really see that.
So
Okay.
Matthew, what are you looking forward to?
I'm just looking for wrestling season's coming up soon. Looking forward to that.
That is true. Wrestling season does start on Monday, right after Thanksgiving, like each and every year. Excited for that. My junior year. Should be a fun season. We have a great season ahead, a great team as well. A lot of good kids, and yeah, pretty much excited. We also have a lot of new freshmen too. That's true.
That is true. I'm one of them. We have some great freshmen like Max Mazurek. He's wrestled great last year.
He's actually playing. He's suited up right here for Wayland varsity.
Right on the field right now, number 7. I'm kidding. All right. Thank you.
Of course. So we have a minute left until halftime is over. Looks like these kids are having a lot of fun right here playing this game. Flag football. Great program we have here as well with Wayland flag football. If you're watching, definitely put your kid into this. I did it when I was younger. I had a lot of fun. I don't play football right now, but it was for sure a great program, and it was a lot of fun to play. You learn the routes of football, teamwork, and friendship around as well. A lot of great adults too that help out with the game, and we have a lot of great parents as well in Wayland who everyone wants to help out the community. Great town, Wayland. Win or lose, these kids look like they're having fun. I can hear outside, it sounds like the team is coming back out. Wayland or Weston. Looks like these kids might be running off the field, not quite sure.
So the teams take the field for the second half, and I just spoke with senior Jack Doyle, who's injured and not playing today, and he told me the locker room was very serious and everyone was focused on the strategy of the game and what they're going to do in this second half. Max, what do you expect to see in this second half of play?
I think this game is for sure going to be a big battle. This is really a tight game, going back and forth. I think it's really whatever team gets that cheeky little play or that extra little whatever. It's the first team to honestly have a big mess up. I think whatever team can capitalize on that and is able to push through and score is going to be able to win. It's going to be a very close game is what I'm going to say, especially based off of that first half. Back and back, just kept going back and forth.
Yeah, and I will say I think it was for Weston, they just played a little bit better than Wayland, but Wayland, their special teams, I think, was what kept them in that game.
For sure, Wayland's still even as they played in the first, maybe Weston played a little bit better, but they still kept with it, and then we still have a zero scoreless game.
So it'll be Kobe Schamberg who tried and had a 53-yard field goal attempt blocked. That was as crazy as a Hail Mary. But they tried it didn't work, and now he'll kick it away to Weston to start this second half of play. And here we go as the second half is underway. As it'll be taken past the 20, and immediately Massimo Butchbinder is leveled. He gets almost nothing. Great job by Wayland to knock him over.
Alex Kelper, Christian Montoya on the tackle.
As he was just destroyed there. And it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 30 of Weston.
Tackled by Christian Montoya and Alex Gelper as well.
So yesterday was the Powder Puff game, and Weston won that 12-0. Wayland had a bit of trouble moving the ball. They still fought very tough, but unable to come out on top.
Yes, definitely a big game that happens throughout Wayland. Known game, everyone wears the shirts. Fun thing for Spirit Day as well, which we had yesterday in school.
Yep, and so Cam Court and the offense under center will try to get something going as they'll flip it outside to Longacre. And Longacre won't get anything there. A great play by Hayden Duffy.
Another great tackle today. Hayden Duffy has had a tremendous amount of tackles this season. Few
Out for, I believe, an injury. I'm not quite sure what happened. Yeah, oh, and Duffy is down on the Weston sideline. That is not good to see.
Yeah, that is definitely a bad thing to do or to happen right now, especially that Hayden Duffy has kind of been in and out this season, getting a good amount of injuries. He was just in a sling like a month or so ago, not able to play, coming back. He told me he's still a little hurt, but he's kind of pushing through it. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like he's wobbling off the field. Maybe something with his arm. I'm not sure where he has that brace. Shaking his head. I know he's definitely going to be pissed. Sucks.
So yeah, Duffy walks off the field, and it's good to see him walk off under his own power.
Like I said before, I think it's something to do with his arm. He was in a sling last month, and he did hurt his arm pretty badly.
So Weston will pick right back up in the 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Court, the rollout, the pass is caught.
Great pass right there by
Completed to Alex Palmer.
Great pass out by Court to Alex Palmer. I think they've really had that connection, even throughout the whole season, especially today. That QB connection with his receiver. I mean, great sliding catch as well to get a few yards right there.
Yeah, a 7-yard gain will make it a 3rd and 4. Palmer in the first half had a lot of targets, not a ton of catches, but he had a few. And now Weston will face their first 3rd down in the second half, as Wayland will try to get the ball right back here. As they make some noise on 3rd down and 4. And the handoff is to Longacre. Longacre tries to bounce it out, and he pushes forward. He'll get only a yard, and so Wayland looks like they might get off the field here.
That would be nice.
As it is 4th down, and unless Weston chooses to punt, they are going to get off the field. And it looks like Cam Court is already on the sideline. And so this, I believe, Alex Palmer out there to punt. Yep, he's going to jog and punt it. This one will hang in the air around the 35, far away from everyone, and roll out of bounds at the 33-yard line. So Wayland will start with great field position. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, I would say so. Punts have kind of been all over the place for Weston as well. A lot going out of bounds, and one tremendous punt earlier today, which landed right in the 1-yard line, but Wayland was able to break through that.
It's a huge 3 and out for the Wayland defense here to get right off the field and get Johansson back out there.
Supporting the Nordic ski team. There is baked goods still available. It's delicious, I'll tell you that. I'm full.
And so Johansson under center. The receivers are out there somewhere. And the high snap gets away from Johansson. I believe, I can't tell where it is, and it looks like it goes out to the side.
Lucky on that one. I don't know what was going on right over there or what even just happened.
Yeah, I believe the snap just over Johansson's head. They've had a lot of problems with the snaps here today.
I was about to say, Nathan, terrible. Not like honestly.
Looks like they were
not
able to
snap
recover
games
and
today.
get back. It looks like they were able to recover though. Look where the ball is. They only lost 1 yard. We didn't have a clear angle of what exactly happened there. We just saw the snap.
I know, only 1 yard, but still that yard is something. And throughout the whole day, it's been bad snap after bad snap.
Yeah, but crisis averted there. They could have lost 10 or 11 yards. Johansson going to take it up the middle, and this is going to be his best run of the day. He's going to fall forward for a gain of about 7. And that'll make it a 3rd and short. Johansson's slow to get up, but he's fine.
Little spin around action right there by Mikey. Doing a great job today, especially with Weston's defense. Just super strong defense, pounding right down in them. But Mikey's finding these little ways to get through that will help Wayland and hopefully allow them to score right here, which Coach P said he hoped during the halftime interview. Hope that we got just something on the board and hopes that we can get something on the board just to keep there and then capitalize on that.
So this is a 3rd and 1. All Wayland needs is 1 yard, but they have no running back out there right now. And now they put Walton in motion, and he goes back out for a pass. They throw in his direction, and it's nowhere near him, almost picked off. And so Wayland and Coach P with a very tough decision. They're only 1 yard away from the first. But are they going to go for it, or are they going to punt it here? And it looks like Coach P is going to punt it. I don't know about this one.
I don't know either, Nathan. I mean, honestly,
It's just 1 yard. I feel like they should have just run it on 3rd down. And if they didn't, I feel like you're going to try. But they're going to punt it with Johansson. To be fair, Wayland has really done a great job flipping the field on Weston with these punts. So 4th and 1, a low snap, but this one caught. And Johansson punting again, and this one will bounce around the 15 and inside the 10.
and that ball's going to go out of bounds right there. A little glitch in the camera, but we're all good.
Yeah, we didn't have, we couldn't really tell, but it looks like it's inside the 10 to the 6.
Yeah, the pretty good punt right there, honestly. One of the better ones today, for sure. And the snap as well. Improving.
And so Weston will take over at the 7. And so it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 7. As Court hands it, Longacre pushing forward to the 11 or 12. He'll pick up a nice gain of about 4.
Yeah, a little gain right there. That will for sure help Weston. It's just like Weston's really, like you said earlier today, been getting through, and by the time they get to the 40, they just kind of give up, and Wayland's able to capitalize right there. And
Yeah, Wayland just hanging on the edge of the cliff, and they always keep getting a stop at the last possible moment. And so now it'll be a 2nd and 6. As Weston, with the receivers spread out to the left and right and a couple of tight ends, they'll fake the handoff, and Court, with time, fires, and it goes through the hands of Ryan Hankley. And that was uncharacteristic from the DCL MVP.
for sure, yes. But I mean, honestly, I'm going to say it is cold, windy day out, but like this has happened, I think, 4 times now with drops pass, incomplete.
Yeah, most of them have been Palmer, but this time Hankley. Just kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine though. Still 3rd and 6.
Yeah, big 3rd down here as Wayland may make, this punt may really pay off if they have to punt from inside their 10-yard line here. As they're 3rd down and 6. And as you can see, the receivers are spread out. A pivotal 3rd down. Court fires near the line to gain, and they're going to call him just short.
I don't think he was there.
I don't think he was there either, as Luke Berry, the junior, caught it. One of the few non-seniors on the field. And the refs talking about it, I think he's inches short, but they may give it to him. We'll see.
Just like Wayland, 4th and 1 as well. We'll see what they're going to do. We'll see what the refs.
And they're going to say he's short, and so it's a 4th and inches. And now Weston with a really difficult decision. They can go for it, and all they need to do is get inches. But if they don't get it, Wayland going to have an amazing field position, and they're going to sneak it from their 18. It looks like they're going to hand it up the middle, and this time that fullback dive works.
Great war pack right there.
Yeah, great war package as Ryan Hinckley able to run and pick up 5 yards for the first. So the gamble pays off, and they do choose to go for it on 4th and inches. Wayland opted not to go for it, although that was more of a full yard, and this was more of inches.
It paid off well right there for Weston.
So Weston now with a 1st down at the 23-yard line. With a fresh set of downs after a huge 4th down conversion. So they can now go back to their offense with 2 receivers out to each side. Court looking and fires deep downfield on the left side, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Giovanni Salesman as he was looking for Luke Berry, but there's a penalty flag down, and it looks like that might be pass interference.
Yeah, I think so. But great stop right there. Because if that was caught, that would have been terrible for Wayland.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, this pass interference, if correct, is going to give Weston a 15 yards of field position.
I mean,
So-
15 is better than whatever, 30 or whatever that
30,
was.
but still, not the mistake you want to make. You want to try to let that receiver force him to make the play and see if he can do it and try to knock the ball out after. So that'll be a first down on the 37-yard line. Get the fuck out of here. I'm so dead ass. Get the fuck out.
Alex Gallagher with the tackle in there. Reed Barney.
And so it'll be a first down, a second and 8. At the 41. Take it, hand it off. And it looks like it's a fumble. Ball's on the ground. Who recovered it? It looks like Weston fell on it. And a huge play made by whoever fell on that to save Weston from losing the ball yet again at their 40.
Wow, what a crazy play right there. That kind of confused me right there with that tackle by Berger. I thought Berger had him right there, stumped him, but I guess the ball fumbled and
Yeah,
Weston was
this
able to
time,
recover that.
yeah, this time Wayland actually ripped that out. It wasn't just as much dropped. As the conditions look like they cleared up a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when I want to also shout out Weston's student section or fan section right now.
Yeah, a lot of
It's
alumni
packed.
and parents showing up for their team as they face a 3rd down and 4 at the 44. And the camera's shaking like crazy. And they take the snap. Court will just evade the pocket and go up the middle. Did he get it? I can't tell from here. It looks like he's short.
What is going on?
And it looks like some pushing and shoving after the play. You don't want to give up a free first down to the flag. And I don't know.
Wayland looks happy right
Can
here.
we get
You're
the other
well.
angle back for a second? Yeah, and it looks like he's going to be 2 yards short. So great play by the defense. There's so much craziness going on there. And he is short. And we'll see if Weston's actually going for this or if they're just trying to hard count. Because from here, they can just do a fake snap, and if they get a penalty, they can just punt it from the 40. It's not that much different. So we'll see if they actually are going for it as the camera's shaking again.
Shows how much fans we got in the
Yeah,
fan
it shows
section.
how crazy the fans are getting. As Court will hand it to Longacre. Longacre pushing forward, and I think he got it. It's going to be close, and they're going to give him the first down.
That angle was kind of hard to see, especially with the camera jumping around.
Yeah, but Longacre with a nice run for a first down.
3 minutes and 15 seconds left right now in the third. Game going by pretty quick.
Yep, and you can really tell that it's windy because if you look at the clock on our scoreboard, which is just a still camera that's just sitting there and staring at the clock, even that is shaking. So just all the wind in this stadium, you can tell, is just really going all over the place, and it makes it hard to throw the ball. You can see what Johansson's been struggling through here today. So 49, they'll hand it, they'll fake it actually, and Court will then fire it, and it's caught by Ryan Hinckley.
A
and
fumble.
He knocked the ball out, I believe.
With the big stick.
And what happened?
The ball was dropped, and I think it went out of bounds. I don't think anyone else picked it up, though.
And they're going to say a catch and a fumble out of bounds. So not an incomplete pass. Wayland wanted that to be incomplete, but they're going to say no. It was an 8-yard pass caught by Ryan Hinckley, and he fumbled out of bounds.
Got lucky
So-
right there for Weston.
Yeah, Weston with 4 or 5 fumbles in this game.
I know, yeah.
And Wayland recovered the first few, but the last couple have just gone Weston's way. Fumble, kind of one of the luckiest parts of football, just where you happen to be in the moment. As they hand it off up the middle.
Stumped right
Matthew
there.
Longacre, this time he gets nothing. And no, I'm wrong. He got a couple of yards, and he'll get a first. From the initial look, it looked like he didn't get anything. And then when I looked again, they're standing in front of the chain. So this is as far as Weston has gotten today. This 40-yard line of Wayland has been where they have fallen apart every single time. Can they break through? And they're going to call it 3rd and 1. And before the snap, a penalty flag and a false start on the offense. Someone jumped early, so first of all, it wasn't a 1st and 10. They called him short by just mere inches. Then one of the Weston offensive linemen or somebody moved early, and that's a false start. So now, what a turn of events. It is 3rd and about 5 or 6.
Like you said, Nathan, can they break through? So far, no.
And just like that, they're back at the 46. It feels like an iron wall has been built at the 39-yard line that they just can't seem to cross. As we go near a minute in this 3rd quarter. Court will pitch it. Longacre, first down.
What a great run right there.
An 8-yard run on the option as Court held it for as long as he could before just pitching it out, and those options have worked fairly well. They've worked better when he's made the decision to pitch it outside. Yeah, they blocked. What do you see about that blocking in that last play?
Yeah, watch how they set up the block and the edge. That's why they run the run has been working so far this whole game.
Yep, as Court drop back. He'll fire deep downfield for the end zone for Barry. It's caught. Touchdown, Weston, a 38-yard touchdown.
That is the
And
kind
Weston
of play
has
that wakes
broken
up the
open
entire
a penalty
sideline.
flag after the play. I don't think that's on the. I think that's an after the play foul, though. That's not going to affect the touchdown. And a fight begins to break out. No flag is thrown there, so just the one flag, and I believe it probably was on Weston.
That is a statement play right there. This game is for sure starting to heat
If
up.
it is on Wayland, it would probably be on Yoel Shair, who's had an unsportsmanlike conduct in past games. Also, a couple of celebrations that were no calls that the ref just missed.
For sure, yeah.
And we'll see what the flag is.
Touchdown reception thrown by Cam Court.
So Cam Court to Luke Berry for 38 yards to break this game open. And we'll see what the flag is if we can get a camera on one of the officials. And it looks like this is fine. We can keep it here. It looks like. Yeah, actually, yeah. Can we get a different angle if there's any? Oh, here we go. Yeah, touchdown, and then yeah, on sportsmanlike conduct on Weston. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty that will probably go on the extra point. So this could cost Weston the game right here, because now instead of kicking the extra point from the 2-yard line, they have to kick it from further back. But it looks like Coach P has made the decision to put the penalty on the kickoff. So they're going to have to kick from they're going to have to kick from 15 yards further back. He could have made them do the extra point from further back, but I'm guessing he wanted the field position instead, and I think that might be a smarter decision, as the extra point is up and good, and that makes it 7-0 Weston. With just 17 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter.
Like
This
you said
scoreless game
before,
has been broken open.
like you said before, that kick could have decided the game, but we have to score now. We have no choice, and we have to get that point. Maybe go for 2.
Yeah, well, I thought they were going to use that flag on the extra point, and then if he missed it and we won 7-6, we'd win the game that way. but I think Coach P made what might be a mature decision to use this on the kickoff. So look, normally they kick from that X on the 40. They have to move back to the 25-yard line now because of this unsportsmanlike conduct. So as a result, Wayland's going to get very good starting field position. They might even start around the 50 if this kick isn't good enough. It looks like our camera's in normal kickoff position, and now it'll slide over. And so this, one of Wayland's best opportunities of the game here. And they've had a couple, but they haven't really been able to get more than one first down on any drive, maybe two.
Alex Palmer to kick for Weston for Jay
So
Walton.
Alex Palmer has been involved in so much of this game, will kick it away. And it's a little squibber, picked up at the 50-yard line by one of the upmen, and taking it to the 36-yard line is Alex Galper.
Moves forward.
And so Wayland, this is as close as they've gotten to the end zone all game, Max, and they have a chance to tie this game right back up thanks to the unsportsmanlike conduct.
Sure, great run right there by Alex Galper. I want to shout him out. He's been grinding a lot off season. I've been seeing him out there on the football field during baseball season, for sure during the summer when I had baseball. I've seen him out there practicing
all
practically
spring,
every day.
all summer, he's been working, he's been grinding. He's
For sure, it's been
one of
paying
the-
off as well.
Yeah. He's definitely,
Yeah, he is for sure one of those more emotional leaders on this team.
yeah, really does a lot, puts all that extra time in, and you can see it there, and a nice return. Which is not normally something he does, of course. He's one of the upmen. 13 seconds left, they have time for one play, and they hand it to Walton. Walton pushing forward and gets about 4. So a good run there. And as the third quarter comes to an end, Weston has a 7-0 lead. But Wayland in Weston field position in the best spot they've been all game. Max, this feels like the biggest drive. I feel like they're going to go for it on 4th. And do we have an interview?
That's the end of the third quarter, folks. Weston Wildcats,
With a 7-0 lead.
7.
And Wayland driving here with their best chance of the game. And I do think that they're going to have a better chance of scoring because Coach P not going to be afraid to go for it here, not with this spot on the field, not down 7. There's a bit more urgency. They have to go. And I wonder if they're just going to, I wonder if Jay Walton will be able to run it through, because if he can't, they're going to have to give Johansson another chance to throw, and we'll see what happens.
That is true.
I'm going to check on the wind really fast and see how
12
that
minutes
is.
left in this game. Let's see what can happen.
And it has settled down a little, but it's still there.
I think it's just
It's not as bad as what Johansson was battling in the first half, but it is still very much there. So a 2nd and 7 here as Wayland will take over at the 34 of Weston on the other side of the field where Weston just scored. Johansson will take it, and he'll flip it. It's a double pitch, and Alex Perlman running out the left side. He has a lot of space. He pushes forward into the red zone. At the 18-yard line is Alex Perlman with a 16-yard run.
what a great run right there by Alex Perlman, a key player too as well, with his mental toughness right there, knowing where to go and what to do right there in that situation.
Yeah,
He's definitely had, like we said before, taking a crucial role right here in the varsity lineup, scoring a good amount of touchdowns this season.
Yeah, as they quickly go right back after it and hand it off to Walton. He'll pick up 3, but let's talk a little more about that last play. A great trickery there by the Wayland offense.
Yeah,
Sam Breslin, what a call.
Wayland has been getting a lot of tricks on the other team so far this season.
Yeah, and if they score a touchdown, we should totally look back at that because that was a great play. And that is what set us up as we near the 11-minute mark in this game and Wayland needing a touchdown. Johansson, fake a snap. This is the hardest part of the field to score, though, when you're in this red zone, everything bunched up. And they hand it to Walton, and Walton stays on his feet and changes directions out to the right side, jukes around and moves up to the 12. A great job to avoid what was almost a disaster.
Took a lot of men to tackle him right there. What a breakthrough tackle right there earlier, and then kind of got thrown down, but still gained a few yards.
Yeah, he gains a few yards, and that makes it a 3rd and 4. And if you're Wayland, you could run the ball with the plan of going for it on 4th, or you could try to throw multiple times and take a couple of shots. We'll see what they try to do. There's Joe Hansen. Fake the snap, trying to get someone to jump. That would be huge if you gave Wayland a free first down here. But they don't get that, so with 10 minutes to go, Joe Hansen will hand it up the middle, nothing doing. Devoured is Brajay Walton. Now on 4th, you assume they are going to go for this. They could kick, but they've had field goal woes all season, and they need a touchdown to tie this game. So as expected, they will go for this. On 4th and 3, they gave him a yard. And with the way this run defense has been the last few plays, I think you've got to throw. And they fake the snap with a clap. I like that from Joe Hansen, trying to draw the reaction in a different way.
It's going to be a huge drive right here. They do need points.
It's a 4th down and 3. Joe Hansen with Walton in the backfield. And right before the snap, a timeout is called by Coach P, and that is their first of the half, as they want to talk this over before what is the biggest play of the game.
For sure, Nathan. If they score right here, they can tie it up and hopefully battle right through again.
Yeah, and if Weston gets the stop, they're going to try to eat up as much clock as they can. So, what are you drawing up here? Who's the guy you throw to here on a big 4th down?
Honestly, there's a lot of options we have, but I'd say Alex Proman is my guy right here. He has been thrown to a few times today, but those few times have really been crucial. And every single catch that he's made today has really helped out Wayland.
Yep, so Curry an option, Perlman an option. Walton could also go out there as a receiver, but that hasn't really worked when they've tried it.
No, not as much today. I don't.
And someone who hasn't seen a target today is Josh Major, and you wonder if they would think about throwing to him as a surprise, or what if they did that quarterback receiver pass? Imagine if they did that.
That would be cool.
All right, so a 4th and 3. And they have Alex Galper in the backfield. And Walton takes a direct snap and runs it up the middle. Did he get there? It's going to be close. It's going to come down to the spot of the ball, and they're going to say, Weston ball, and he's short.
Yeah, he did look a little short right there. I don't know if that was the play.
Wayland protesting, but I do think he was short, to be fair. And with 9:08 to go, Weston takes over at the 9. And they have a chance to run a lot of clock down. And if they can get any kind of points, they would ice this game.
Nathan, why do you think they ran the ball there?
Well, it was a different kind of run. I understand they didn't just take Joe Hansen and have him hand it off to Walton, because that didn't work. But they didn't think their passing had worked too well. Weston had bottled it up well. So what they did was they put Walton in to take the snap. They put Galper in the backfield, and it was kind of confusing, and it almost worked. He picked up about 2.5 yards. He comes up just short, and now a nice run by Longacre, and he picks up right where he left off with an 11-yard carry. And that'll stop the clock with 9 minutes left, and now the clock will begin to roll as they move the chains.
Weston's going to take their time right here, trying to run the clock down and maybe even get another few points.
Yeah, any more points for Weston would put this game away. Wayland in desperate need of a stop earlier than when they've gotten them in the past. They need good field position.
For sure going to be a fight.
Yeah, Wayland coming so close to getting in that end zone. Just getting stopped around the 11 there. So now 1st and 10 at the 21. Court will hand it, and it's fumbled, and Longacre will just fall on it for a loss of 2.
Smart decision right there.
Yeah, a very smart decision, and he's fumbled it many times today.
I know.
The whole team
3.
has. Yeah, I think that's his third fumble, and he's lost one of them. Fell on the other two.
Honestly,
and not most of these fumbles, with the exception of that one that Walton ripped out, have just been dropped by the guy with the ball. It kind of
this also shows how good of a team Weston is. As many bad plays they've had, fumbles, incomplete passes, and just like wrong things mistakes they've made, they're still on top right now.
Yeah, if you told Coach P he would have 5 Weston fumbles, he would probably think they'd win by at least a couple of scores. But matter of fact, they are not winning by a couple of scores. And now Longacre breaks away. Did he step on the sideline at any point? We'll see. And it looks like no, he didn't, and he's brought down at the 48 of Weston. And whether they score or not now, they are going to put Wayland in a very difficult spot with just 7:20 to go here.
Tackled by Brigé Walton.
Because they really need to stop, don't they?
They do for sure. I honestly don't know what can be done here. Just besides playing their normal game, you got to be more aggressive here. This is all about heart. If they really want it right now, this is what the fourth quarter, 7 minutes left. They're gonna show it.
So with 7 minutes left, they go back into their war package here. Everyone in tight, and they just hand it up the middle to Hinckley, and that is shut down as they only pick up 2 yards. But concern starts to turn to the clock as it ticks under 6:45, and they're taking as much time as they can between snaps. They already, without needing another first down, can take it inside of 5 minutes. If they get another first down, they can take it inside of 3 minutes.
Correct. Just like we said before, Weston right here, main goal, run the clock. Get that clock down, and in hopes maybe even get a few points on the board as well. 2nd and 8, good spot where Weston's in, and we got to see what Wayland can do here.
Yep, but if they don't get close to a first year, this could take a big turn for Wayland, so they need to get more yards as Longacre will get outside, and he gets the first down and more. 40, 30, he pushes past Curry and gets out of bounds around the 23, and they might be in field goal range now, and that puts Wayland in a desperate spot with 5:57 to go.
For sure.
And a penalty flag on the play, and this one's coming back. And that is a relief, a sigh of relief for Wayland. Can we get back to the other angle?
Nathan, quick question for
it looks
you.
like the camera was just out of place. And we'll move back over.
Nathan, quick question. Do you think if they get into field goal range, and let's just say they're able to go for the touchdown, do you think they'll just kick the field goal because they know they can just finish it right there?
Maybe, maybe not. I think a field goal in high school is never easy. If they get, you mean on 4th down, or do you mean like if it's
maybe 3rd, 2nd down, something like that? No.
No, because you want to take as much clock as you can. They'll take as much clock then kick it, because if they miss, they still want to be up with as little time as possible. So this a 2nd down and 20 back in the 40 after the huge holding mistake that what we thought lost them the game. So they're throwing again. That's a short pass caught by Ryan Hinckley. Hinckley dances around and gets about 7, but it'll still be a 3rd down and 13. As that holding came and cost Weston tons of field position.
Shout out Reed Varney with that tackle, by the way.
Yeah, Varney with a couple of tackles now today. Great game for him. And can the defense give Wayland's offense one more chance here as the clock ticks near 5 minutes on Thanksgiving Day? 3rd down and 13. Court at a shotgun. Takes a snap and drops back. He's looking. He fires down the right side. It's caught at the first down line and good for a first down. I can't tell who that is. And it looks like that might have been Alex Palmer with a 16-yard reception, and that is a killer, Max. You had them in a 2nd and 20 and a 3rd and 13. You're unable to get the stop, and now Weston has the ability to take it under 3 minutes if Wayland doesn't choose to use their 2 timeouts.
Yeah, very bad situation that Wayland is in right now. I don't think there's much to do, like I said before.
They just need to stop, and now Weston 2 first downs away from winning this game.
They just need Weston to make some mistake.
Or they just need to stop here as on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off up the middle to Longacre. Longacre, who's been running really well in the second half, breaks away inside the 20 before he's shoved down near the 15-yard line. And that'll stop the clock with 4:06, but now they're in the red zone in field goal range.
And as we can see during that run, broke right through. 8 Wayland guys around him. Nobody from Weston, just all 8 Wayland guys, but nobody was able to get the tackle down until a few yards later.
Yeah, the speed of the senior Longacre on display here. He's had more carries than anyone today. The ball now on the 12, and Weston going to take as long as they can. They can take this down to the 2-minute mark now, unless Wayland chooses to use their timeouts. They have 2. Coach P did use one before that 4th down play, and that'll hurt at this point. As they'll hand it to Longacre right up the middle. He'll bounce it outside, and Longacre is tackled by Walton on the outside.
51 hyped. Great strategic plays right there by Longmaker, breaking right through Wayland's defense, finding these little gaps, getting a few extra yards there with that.
And so he's brought down at the 8, and this is a really tough spot because even if they do get to 4th down, Weston going to have a chance to kick what would essentially be a game-winning field goal. Because if it's a 2-score game, I don't see them being able to come back in this short amount of time. So with 2:50 to go, it's a 2nd down and 6 at the 8. Wayland needing to get something going here. And they'll just hand it to Longacre again. Why not? It's been working. He gets outside, and did he get the first? No, but they're going to call him down and keep the clock rolling.
Crucial push right there, by the way, by Yoel.
And they're going to call him just short, so this is a 3rd and inches. And if Weston can get a 1st down, Wayland will have to use their timeout just to keep this game going. As Weston now in the driver's seat trying to pull away with one last score here. And can Wayland force them to kick this field goal? Can they get the stop? And it looks like they're going to take it all the way until the play clock is at 1 and then call a timeout. And so Weston uses their first timeout, and they'll stop it with 1:50 to go here in this game. And this feels like the game here, as they will probably sneak it, right, Max?
For sure. I think the game's kind of over right now.
I don't think it's over because they have to make the field goal first. But they have to get, if they get a first here, it's kind of over. Wayland's still with 2 timeouts, still a 1-score game. If they can get in the end zone or kick a field goal, then it feels like it's over.
Just Wayland needs, I got to emphasize that they need a stop here.
Yeah, they need this 3rd down. If they get a first, they're going to take a knee, bring it inside of a minute, and kick a field goal.
That is true.
That would seal it. And someone needs a takeaway, let's be real. That would be what Wayland is going to try to do. So we'll see if there's anything they could do to salvage this Thanksgiving game at a stop. And where they really lost it was on that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down inside the Wayland red zone. They had a chance to tie this game, break even, but they were unable to do so on that 4th down, falling just a yard short, and that's ultimately where they'll lose this game if they fall short. As Weston looking to bring back the Thanksgiving trophy for the 2nd time in 4 years, as they won a few years ago. And now a 3rd down and 1 at the 3. Court under center. And did one of the Wayland defenders jump?
Yes.
If they did, it'll be half the distance to the goal and a 1st down. And they did. And so Weston will get a fresh 1st down, and that could do it. I think that should do it.
Weston hyped up right now.
Wayland does have a couple of timeouts that they will call. But this just made the game a lot more impossible for Wayland, as it's a 1st and goal at the 1 or 2-yard line. As you think they'll just sneak it again here?
I don't even know. They're forming a little.
They may
war
just
package.
take a knee even. And they'll just hand it up the middle. Hinckley, short, down at the 1. And with 1:45 to go, we'll see if Coach B uses a timeout or not, and he is going to call one. And no, it's not a timeout by Coach B. Someone's injured, and this is not what you want to see from anyone. Junior Massimo Selvig down, and he looks hurt badly. And this is really not what you want to see on Thanksgiving in the final minutes of the game.
True, this is probably the worst time.
We hope for him and his family that he's okay. So with a minute 33 left, Weston tries to pull away here on Thanksgiving.
Shout out to the Wayland band, doing a great job today.
Yeah, making a lot of noise. They've earned a couple of false starts on this Weston team on big third and fourth downs. That's what's kept Wayland in this game to this point. It's why they're only down 7 right now. Well, it's not just why, but it's played a big part.
So you can see everyone huddled up right here on the sideline. Whole day out.
Yep. Final minutes for many of these seniors. I'm going to mention them right now. Jack Doyle, Cordell Schauder, Alex Evangelista, Dylan Engelhart, Ryan Saya, Jackson Margolis. Yeah, and it's their final game of their career. So they wanted to go out on top, but Cole Zachary as well, I almost forgot. I think that's all of them, and yeah. The final game of their career, and they not wanting to go out with a loss, but if they can't pull off a miracle here, it's looking like that's what's going to happen. As the clock now runs again after the injured Selvig gets off the field, go inside of a minute 30, and Coach P opting not to use his timeout here. And if he chooses not to use it here, they can just kneel and end this game. If he chooses not to use it after the second down play, so I'm sure they'll still try to score, but they're going to hand it outside, and for a sec, he almost lost the football. They're going to try to take it away, and Longacre gets nothing there. And now Coach P uses a timeout, and this gives Wayland a bit more of a chance in this one, as now it's a third down, and they still have a timeout, and they're a bit further away. They're not going to be able to
For sure, third and goal right now. Lost a good amount of yards right there.
I don't really get it. If I were Weston, I would just take a knee so that you could have a nice, short, easy field goal. But now he's a bit further away. So Wayland uses their second timeout. They have one remaining, which they'll call after third down unless it's incomplete. So with a minute 3 left, I wonder if Wayland will get really aggressive on this third down to try to pick it off or force a fumble.
For sure, out of all the mistakes that Weston has made today, Wayland really needs to stomp on this one and take advantage of it and get the ball back.
Yep, as Wayland needing something to happen. And you saw, if you're Weston, you have to make sure that whoever has the ball is holding the ball with 2 hands so that they don't fumble it and give it back to Wayland with a chance to just tie the game on one play. Because you have the field goal, and you could force Wayland to just waste their final timeout, and then they would have very little time. It would be an even harder task than earlier when they tried to get points with the timeout. This time they would have no timeout unless this pass is incomplete. Then they would get to keep it. So you really want to run the ball with 2 hands and just get down and force Wayland to call their timeout. With a minute 3 left, Court, out of shotgun, he'll just hand it off, and then he hands it off, and it's a touchdown, and that will do it. Luke Berry, but a flag on the play. And wow, this could be a hold. And this could set Weston way back for a longer field goal.
It is going to be a hold.
And so Luke Berry, we thought he got his second touchdown on a nice trick play. But it looks like one of the offensive linemen of Weston held. And that's going to set them back 10 yards. And so now Wayland has a serious chance, Max.
Correct, Nathan. They got to capitalize on this right now. This is going to be their last chance,
yeah,
honestly.
This is no longer an easy kick, and if they can keep, and I think now you're not as much trying to get a turnover as you are just trying to keep them from making their field goal easy. So this is a third down and 18. And it's really a third down and goal. This 15, they won't get any first down unless there's a penalty. But I think if I'm Weston, I'm now trying to pick up 7 or 8 yards to make the field goal easier. If I'm Wayland, I'm trying not to give up anything so that you can force them to kick it from here. Can we get back to the other angle? It's a third and 18. As Court will fire for the end zone. Incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down. And so Weston will have a decision to make. do they want to just go for the end zone and keep this field position, or are they going to kick? I'm sure they're going to try to kick.
Yeah, the smart choice and the only choice they should be choosing here is the kick.
If you have a kick team, some teams don't have a very good kicker and can't kick. I know we had trouble with our field goal unit this year. We got too many kicks blocked, but I think they probably are confident in their guy, and he will try to send them home with a Thanksgiving win. Can we zoom out? As it's 4th down, the kick is up, and
It's good.
is it good? It's good. And that'll make it 10-0 Weston with just 46 seconds left, and that should do it. Wayland will try to get something and then onside kick it. They need 2 scores now, though, and they have no timeouts. Oh no, they do have 1 timeout. They did not have to call it on the incomplete pass. So we need a miracle now. They will try to get something. They'll play like they have 10 seconds to get a touchdown because they need to score twice. Then they would have to onside kick it and recover it and score again.
The chance of that,
I think there's a better chance of a lot of things happening.
I know.
But you
Though a
never-
great
you
battle,
never
though, I
know,
would say,
though.
by Wayland today. Keeping it scoreless until the 4th, was it, right?
Yeah, pretty much with 30 seconds left in the 3rd. You have to give credit to this Weston team. I'm sure they'll squib it here. They're not going to want a big return.
This game really does show big improvement by Wayland at the beginning of the season. I would say it would have been a blowout, but Wayland staying in the game.
Yeah, not too much of a blowout, but an unfortunate shutout here on Thanksgiving. And so Wayland, if they're unable to pull off a miracle, will finish 4-8. Weston will finish 7-3 and take the Thanksgiving trophy. But they will give Wayland a chance to return, so it'll be Ben Martinez who will open the game with a bang. And he has another nice return all the way to the 44. The clock will stop with 40 seconds left, and I think you got to go Hail Mary as soon as possible.
For sure, Nathan. I want to see what Mikey has here. Also, I want to shout out Mikey Johansson. He just got elected 2026 season baseball captain.
Yeah, Johansson, a great athlete. He plays 2 or 3 sports.
Mikey plays, he used to play 3 sports basketball, but right now he is playing 2, focusing on football and baseball, but doing great at both of them.
Both throwing sports. And can we get the other angle? Yeah, there we go. That's great. 40 seconds left on the 1st down and 10. And you could try to get to about the 30 and then try to kick a field goal to make it 10-3 and then onside kick it. That's another way to do it. We'll see what they try to do here. With 40 seconds left, they did try a 53-yarder at the end of the 1st half, which got blocked. As Johansson will drop back and have pressure, he avoids it. He'll then fire down to the left side, and it's caught by Christian Montoya, who has been quiet today, as has the whole receiving game, but he's had a good season.
I'm about to say, Christian Montoya, not too much action from him today, but this season, a ton. He has been, for sure, also a crucial player in Wayland. A lot of these guys have been.
So with 31 seconds left, the clock stops, and they'll start at the Weston 40 now. And now they're kind of within range where they can throw for the end zone. A good job by Johansson in that last play to get out of the pocket. So Johansson will drop back, roll out. He just avoids the rush, and he is brought down. And that'll force Wayland to use their final timeout.
This line right here.
Has held up all day. No sacks for them until now. And Johansson sacked, and that kind of feels like the ice.
Unfortunate moment.
Feels like a dagger as Wayland out of timeouts now. Only 23 seconds. If they don't score with more than 8 seconds left, then they really don't have any chance at all, even if they do get in the end zone.
It would have to be a fumble on the punt and able to recover that for a touchdown, but besides that.
Oh, yeah, you mean the onside kick?
Yeah, onside, correct.
Yeah, so now all the way back at the 47 of Weston on a 2nd and 17 with only 23 seconds left. 3 receivers stacked out to the right. It looks like they're doing their Hail Mary. 4 receivers out to the right. As Johansson will give it to Walton, and Walton dropped it. And that'll stop the clock with 19 seconds.
Pass a little low.
And I'm pretty sure Walton was going to try to throw that if he caught it. They've done that earlier in the season. They may just do it again right here. I wouldn't be surprised. Or they might try to do it with Magyar.
Honestly, at this point, kind of just need to score, just to put some points on the board for them. Like you said.
It's with 19 seconds, third down and 17. Johansson is brought down, and I don't know if they're going to get another playoff. That should do it. As a huge sack puts a fork into this game, and that should do it. As Wayland is going to win this one, 10-0 on Thanksgiving.
Lose this one. Weston's
going to win this one. Or did I say Wayland?
Yeah.
Weston going to win this one, 10-0 on Thanksgiving, and take the trophy from Wayland for the first time in 3 years. 10-0 your final score. Weston improves their final record to 7-3. Wayland falls to 4-8 despite winning 4 of their last 6 games. I'm Nathan Arjunian.
And I'm Max Berkowitz, and it's been a pleasure commentating for you guys this season.
Mueller now with Coach P.
Hi, I'm Elle Muller here with Wayland Sports Broadcasting. Today interviewing Coach P about the 2025 football season and the Thanksgiving Day game today. So, do you think there's any learning points from the game today that you can take and work with for next season?
Yeah, I mean, the learning points are that we only had 2 seniors out there. So the fact that everybody's coming back pretty much except for those 2 seniors that were out in the field, that's promising. But what I told those guys is not just coming back. That's not going to make a difference. They got to put the time into it to get better. I'm proud of this team. They fought all the way through. They never stopped. Even when Weston was on the 1-yard line here, they brought him back to a field goal. So again, they didn't stop. They kept fighting, and that's what they did all year. So I'm proud of the team.
And I know you said that there's only 2 seniors graduating. So seeing that you're a young team, do you think kind of the younger players coming up to varsity next year will help you guys out next year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to those juniors becoming seniors, those sophomores becoming juniors, and again, there's growth and maturity there. I mean, Weston had 12 seniors playing right now, and we have 8 seniors, but with injuries and everything, we really only have 2 that are helping us out in the field. So, seniors help win football games, absolutely.
And then overall, how do you think your season went this year?
Yeah, it probably it's disappointing. I wish we had a couple more wins, but again, this team battled all the way through and never gave up. So I'm proud of them that way.
All right, thank you so much for a great season.
Thank
Back
you.
to the studio.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Bye, Mom.
Thank you, Elle and Coach P. And battle they did. Wayland had a great season, but they finished 4-8 with a 10-0 loss to Weston. I'm Nathan Arjunian.
And I'm Max Berkowitz signing out from Wayland Sports and Broadcasting.
Thank you.